Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. And of course, if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping on by. So if it's not already obvious, I do not have any foundation on my face, and that's because today we are going to be trying out a new foundation. This did get shipped to my house last week sometime, I think last Monday, so literally a week from today. I've just been slacking on filming, guys. I do apologize. My life has been so chaotic, as I'm sure most of your lives have been super over the charts lately. But enough about me, let's get into the product. So this is from Flower Beauty, and this is their Get Real Serum Foundation. And this is actually going to be my very first product that I've ever tried from Flower Beauty. So this was $15, and there are 16 shades available. Not the best shade range. In honesty, it's not the best at all. But the description of this does say that the color payoff is a little forgiving. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I'm literally going to read right off the website. I have no time in my life to memorize this, but this says this is a hydrating and weightless buildable foundation that conceals and smooths skin, leaving you with a natural looking and radiant finish. And I do have combo and problematic skin, especially with wearing a mask all the time. You can see kind of where my breakouts lie. So I am excited and curious as well to see if this really is going to give me that natural looking finish, because I have been super into tinted moisturizers lately. Like I said, especially with wearing masks all the time, which you should be wearing all the time, every time you leave your house. But with that being said, I don't typically lean for a full coverage foundation anymore at all. I am super excited to try this if I have not said that already. And again, reading right off the list, it does feature lavender flower water that brightens and refreshes the skin, while olive oil, a natural anti-inflammatory, provides antioxidants and ultimate glowing hydration. And another plus about Flower Beauty, they are cruelty-free and vegan friendly. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop my babbling because you clicked on this video because you wanna see how this foundation actually applies on the skin. But first and foremost, I did already prep my skin, and of course I already have my eye makeup on, but I did already put the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer on my skin. I've been using this almost every single day, you guys, and I wanted to use a primer that I've been using a lot, just because that's probably what I'm going to be using if I do end up liking this. And I am going to go ahead and go in with a damp beauty blender. This does say you can apply it with either your fingers, a damp beauty sponge, or a brush. I have tried so many thin formulas like this in the past, and I typically do not like to use a foundation brush with these. I feel like these just suck the product all up. It literally just disappears in the brush. I don't like foundation brushes with tinted moisturizers or more thin foundations, if you will. And even though I have not tried this before, I am going to just keep it safe and stick to what I know and what I like. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and apply this foundation. I know I said that like 5 minutes ago, but for real this time. So I am going to go ahead and take my damp beauty sponge. Oh, and it did say to shake this really well. You can kind of see it separating a little bit because there is serum in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a good shake. And I also got mine in the shade Nude L3. Because this is a very, very new product, there is not a lot of reviews out there, so I couldn't tell if this is gonna be my right shade or not. And there was really not a lot of swatches to compare online, not even on the website. I feel like Flower Beauty probably could have done that a little bit better. But I'm gonna go ahead and just take this and pump that, if it'll come out, on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna go ahead, oh man, this really doesn't wanna come out. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with one pump. I feel it wanting to come out, it's not coming out. Okay, that was a small pump. That was like a pump and a fourth. And it is a very, very watery consistency. You can see that kind of running down my hand like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my damp beauty sponge. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. Oh yes, look at all those blemishes. Like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in. That absorbed almost all of it. Okay, change of plans. The sponge literally ate it all up. I might apply this with my hands. I have clean hands, don't you worry. I'm just gonna go ahead and take one pump. If you can see that, one pump in my hand. Okay, maybe two, I lied. And I'm just gonna go ahead and swirl that around and kind of just start pressing that in and blending that. And maybe I'll go in with my beauty sponge afterwards and then kind of just blend that all in. Oh, this is definitely a dewy finish, and I don't feel like this did anything at all except add a shine to my face. It definitely didn't conceal anything, and I know this is not supposed to be a full coverage foundation at all, but it does say it's buildable, so hopefully I can get some nice build on here. As far as like the color shade for me, I don't even see any color payoff, so I'm gonna try it a different way actually. This is trial and error, guys. This is my very first impression of this foundation, so work with me here. Okay, I'm going in with another pump, and I'm actually just gonna add a little bit where I wanna build that up, and I'm gonna go in with my sponge and kind of just dabble that in. Same with the other side. I mean, it took away some redness, but not a lot. I do have a lot of redness going on in my cheek area, and I wasn't expecting this to cover up my blemishes like a foundation, like a full coverage foundation would, but I at least thought it was gonna do a little something something. I feel like this is not doing anything at all, or maybe I just can't notice. Like I said, if anything, it's just giving me like a radiant shine, almost like a primer. I really don't know how to feel. Okay, last call, we are going to go in with one more pump just because I really want to get this to work, and maybe I'm just doing it the wrong way. I'm gonna go in and just kind of apply a little bit more on my face to where I kind of want to blend and build that up. Let's just see. And you know what? We're gonna do it. We're actually gonna go in with a brush. I know I said I don't like it, but like I said, this is first impressions, guys. We're just gonna try it. Was that the secret the whole time? You guys, I think I found the one thin formula that I like with a brush. That is a complete different coverage. It's not like a full coverage, but it's definitely doing more than the sponge was. I don't know if you're seeing that or not. I am separating already a little bit around my crease lines. And I did moisturize, I did everything I was supposed to do. It's kind of clinging to certain areas around my skin, like kind of on the tip of my nose and on my forehead. It's definitely clinging around there. Okay, I think the brush was the secret. I should have done that from the beginning. I should have done half and half. I don't know what I was thinking the one time I do a foundation review and I only try using one tool, but we're just working with what we got. This is our first impression. So if I had to rate this out of 10, I would probably give it a 6. I know I'm trying to be fair because I feel like there was a little bit of user error in there. I don't know, maybe I feel like this is something I'm gonna have to get used to. We're gonna go ahead and go in with a concealer just because I kind of want to see how concealer is gonna go ahead and sit on top of that and blend in. So I'm gonna go in with just the Dose of Colors concealer. It's the Meet Your Hue concealer, and if you're wondering, this is in the shade 11 Light Medium. And I don't like to use a lot of concealer. I just like to do just a little dab and a little dab there, just on both sides, just to kind of conceal any discoloration because we're a very light sleeper and we don't get a lot of sleep around here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just see how this is going to sit right on top of this serum foundation. And I do just want to note, this is a concealer that I've used a handful of times, so I do know I like it. I have tried it with so many other different complexion products, so it's not a new concealer. Well, it's new, but I've used it a handful of times, so I already know I like it. I just really want to see how I like it with this. It kind of just looks like, I don't know if you've ever put concealer on if you didn't have any makeup on. That's kind of just how it looks. But overall, they kind of blended really well together. And that's just a little tip for me. If you're trying out a new foundation, definitely use a concealer that you know that you love. Just because if you do like a foundation, you're most likely going to be using those two products together majority of the time. You do still see some blemishes, some redness, but that's okay. I feel like this is something I would wear if I'm just kind of lounging around the house and I don't want to not wear makeup. I do just want to try out, since I'm here, I did get a free lipstick with this purchase. It's from Flower Beauty. I do just want to try it out. This is their Miracle Matte Lip, and this is in the shade Spice Ginger. We're just here. We're going to complete this look. My eye's already done. We're just going to go ahead and put on a lippy because if you're me, a look is not complete without a lippy. And this is a beautiful fall, like deep red terracotta shade. I probably should have put on a lip liner before applying, but here we are. I think I really like this lippy. It went on really full coverage. I know in experience, when I'm putting on a matte liquid lip, they tend to go on a little bit thinner, but I was pleased to say I only had to put on one layer, like one swipe on each side. And it's not drying down super fast, which is good because I feel like this is not going to be really drying. I will say it is drying darker than it looked when I applied it, but I'm not mad. I actually really enjoy the shade. It's beautiful for fall. I do wish my complexion looked a little better to complete this look, but it's later in the evening. I'm not going anywhere. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Here we are. All right, guys, but to wrap up my overall first impression and review of the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. Not the biggest fan, but I'm still gonna give it a couple shots, and if I don't like it, then I'm not gonna use it. All right, guys, I am curious if you have tried this. Let me know how you liked it, or let me know what your favorite way to apply it is, and if you have not tried it, are you gonna try it? I don't know. I don't know if this was the most convincing review. But I just want to keep it 100% honest with you guys. That's what we're here for. We're all consumers. I like to buy things, review them, see how I like them, so I can give you guys all my reviews and advice. That's what we're all here for. That's why you watch this video. Alright guys, but if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up. And if you want to see more, go ahead and just subscribe below. I try to upload about once a week. Sometimes I slip up. We're all human. But as always guys, I'll see you next time.